Happy holidays, everybody. I'm glad to see you guys here. Today I wanted to talk about December holidays and what do we all celebrate this time of year. Um, my weekly joke, what is Simon Dan's favorite Christmas song? So, which December holidays are there? I was kind of looking for sort of major uh, holidays. So I didn't include some things. Uh, there are just way too many. So the first one is Fiesta of Our Lady of Guadalupe. It's a Mexican holiday, mostly celebrated in Mexico City, but it's really big in the far southwest of the U.S. Um, in New Mexico, down close to the border. Uh, it's a really big festival. The Lady of Guadalupe is, a really big thing in the Catholic Church. Um, and it's associated with an appearance of the Virgin Mary. St. Lucia Day is Swedish, often called the Festival of Lights, celebrated in Sweden, Norway, and the Swedish speaking areas of Finland on December 13th in honor of St. Lucia. Uh, One of the earliest Christian martyrs, St. Lucia, was killed by the Romans in 304 CE. Hanukkah, forgive me if I pronounced that wrong, that's the Jewish holiday, uh, which is a festival commemorating the rededication of the Second Temple in Jerusalem at the time of the Maccabean revolt against the Seleucid Empire. Uh, there were 8 days, and the oil in the lamps didn't run out. So you will see the menorah, which has a place for 8 candles, and one is lighted each night of uh, uh, the holiday. It's often also called the Festival of Lights. The holiday is celebrated with lighting of the menorah, traditional foods, games, gifts. They do a game with a dreidel, and I don't really know how the game works. The next one is Christmas Day, which I think most of you have heard of. It's a Christian holiday, uh, annual festival commemorating the birth of Jesus Christ, observed primarily on December 25th as a religious and cultural celebration among billions of people around the world. It's also called Noel, Nativity, Xmas. If you've ever wondered, Xmas comes from the X representing a cross. The next one is Kwanzaa, which is becoming a big holiday. It's African American. It's a week-long annual celebration held in the United States and other nations of the African diaspora in the Americas to honor African heritage and African American culture. It's observed from December 26th through January 1st, culminating in gift giving and a feast. Oh, I like feasts. Kwanzaa has 7 core principles. It was created by Maulana Karenga and was first celebrated in 1966. Amisoka is Japanese. Amisoka, and it's spelled like that in Japanese. New Year's Eve is the second most important day in Japanese tradition because it's the final day of the old year and the eve of New Year's Day, which is the most important day of the year. Yule, which is pagan. Yule is a Germanic winter festival which was celebrated in the winter solstice and ran for approximately 2 months. In modern times, this holiday has been reformulated by Christians and renamed Christmastide. Although most of the elements of this holiday were absorbed into Christian traditions, many neo-pagans and Wiccans have resurrected the holiday. Saturnalia, which is also pagan, the most popular holiday on the ancient Roman calendar, which was derived from older farming-related rituals of midwinter and the winter solstice, especially the practice of offering gifts or sacrifices to the gods during the winter sowing season. Here are some interesting traditions. First one, I think everybody knows, Christmas has become very commercialized. We spend far more than we should on gifts that are far too expensive or are for people that will not appreciate them. I don't know how many times I hear of people that have thousands of dollars of debt due to Christmas gifts. Sending of Christmas cards has been greatly diminished by social media. Lots of people send electronic Christmas cards. I have a feeling the Christmas card industry has been hurt by that. Here's another one I found. Spain's Caganer. Meet the Caganer, which is that photo or that picture right there. The Caganer is a male figurine with his pants rolled down mid-squat. Just what do you think this guy is up to? Any guesses? Well, his activity is revealed when you translate his name from Spanish is the defecator. Yes, this fellow is in the midst of delivering a big number 2 in a far corner of the manger. Folklore says that farmers would be punished with a poor crop harvest and bad fortune if they didn't include a Caganer within their nativity scene. Today, the tradition continues with Christmas markets selling old school Caganers alongside new versions that feature famous faces such as footballers, rock stars, and even Barack Obama. I bet they have Trump too now. Some big traditions. This goes with the previous slide. More traditions. Austria's Krampus. This is one I've heard more about lately that I never heard of before. According to Austrian folklore, jolly old St. Nicholas makes the rounds with a sidekick in tow, the devilish Krampus. The hairy creature visits Austrian children annually, but where St. Nicholas bestows lavish gifts to all the good little boys and girls, Krampus does the unthinkable. He unleashes punishment to those on the naughty list. If he discovers a particularly bad child, he bundles him into a sack and carts him away, presumably for a midnight snack. And I have seen on documentaries lately that they have big parades with people dressed up as Krampus, and they have to get screams. They collect screams, and then whoever gets the most is the Krampus of the year. Finland's cemetery tradition. In Finland, it's a tradition to visit your buried relatives at sunset on Christmas Eve. Many cemeteries and churches hold brief services complete with hymns and moments of reflection, while family members lay lanterns and lit candles on the graves to remember departed loved ones. Often a special section is created for people who have relatives buried far away so they can commemorate their family members too. This touching custom began in the 1920s when candles were placed on the graves of World War I soldiers. Here's one everybody would like. Australia's beach party. As you all know, the southern hemisphere has summer in December, so it's warm and sunny. So one big tradition is to go out to the beach and celebrate Christmas at the beach. So now I'd like to know about your traditions. So put your own special holiday tradition in the comments. There could be songs. There could be movies. I know It's a Wonderful Life is a big Christmas movie. Just whatever you do as a tradition around the Christmas season, or the holiday season, I should say. Until recently, this is my tradition. Every year I would produce and direct a musical for my church. Since I moved to Santa Fe, I don't do that anymore. My boys are all grown, so we really don't have many traditions left. But anyway, I really would like to hear your traditions. My weekly joke, you guys, what is Simon Dan's favorite Christmas song? You ready for this? All I want for Christmas is you. I hope you get that. I loved this joke on the side here. Now that's gotta hurt.